Seeing the Sega revealed the second season pass for Crossworld Racing, it got me wondering, what if they added some of the older zones that's not in the game yet, or that's not in any of the tracks that we have so far? But I won't pick the most popular ones from that zones, or probably not, but I will pick the ones that I would like to see. So with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, let's start off with Sonic 1, of course, since this is the first game in the trilogy. Now, Green Hill, I think Green Hill will be a perfect level. Obviously, we have Green Hill everywhere. Sonic Generations 1 versus other replicas, but from my knowledge, I haven't seen Green Hill in any racing game, like Sonic Racing Transforms, the other one, Crossworlds, of course, any of the Rider series. I haven't seen any Green Hill racetrack. It's always like Seaside Hill or mostly just that. But I think Green Hill will be pretty good. Like, obviously the nice green colors at Sonic's iconic level in the whole franchise, and I think that would be nice. Like, imagine you can, like, one of the laps you get the little swirly shit. The second one, you could fly in the sky, like in the clouds, or go on the water of the Green Hills. And maybe like if you were to go in the water, it could be like a secret tunnel or passageway that you can go through. But like obviously it leads you back to the main track where it's like a little secret thing where you can get that blue power up, the good one, quote unquote, or like that could be happening at the same time you're in the sky. Like someone's on the top, you're at the bottom, and then maybe there's a middle route where you're just doing the ground still. So I think that would be like pretty solid for Green Hill, and I think that would be nice. Alright, now let's move on with Sonic 2. Alright, Sonic 2 was one of my favorite classic games, but besides that, I'll make a tier list later about that. But I was gonna pick either between Chemical Plant or Aquatic Ruin Zone. I personally like Aquatic Ruin Zone. It's one of my favorite underwater Sonic levels in the entire franchise, in my opinion. Because like, that level is just underrated. I rarely hear anybody talk about that level. Like honestly, I like how the colors look. I look at like the underwater section, it's not that bad. But or you could just avoid it by staying on top, of course. But with that being said, without that, with Chemical Plant, it would be a solid one also because, like, just think, if you already got the little thing that goes up and down, like, you know, little snake shit, and then you got the little blue balls, the little blue orbs, and you can like avoid that. Like, let's say you're going down like Generations, like Modern Sonic, and you have to avoid those and like get hit. You just, like, that would be pretty tough. But I think Aquatic Ruin would be fire because we don't really have an underwater level in Crossworld. So I think that would be like another good solid pick. And also, I look at just like that level, I'm not gonna lie. I do know that most people would pick Hydrocity or Hydro City, whatever you want to call it. Or probably, maybe even Labyrinth. But I personally just really like Aquatic Ruin. It's like my favorite.
Because this is my video, this is my opinion, there's nothing you can do to change this, alright?
Anywho, but out of those two, I would most likely pick Aquatic Ruin. I know, I'm glazing that level so many times, like on this part, but we do need an underwater level, so I'm gonna pick that for now. Now, let's go on to Sonic 3.
Oh my god, I never realized how bad I am at editing, bro.
I low-key forgot about CD while on this part, so I'm just gonna start off with 3 and then CD, but with Sonic 3, I'm going to go with Angel Island Zone. Yes, I know. It's practically just another Green Hill retype zone-ish, whatever you want to call it. But I have my explanations, which is the last lap. The first lap could be all normal, and then the second lap could be all fiery like how it is in actual Angel Island. Now that would be a fire thing, how it is like with white space, but like think of the soundtrack, bro. Like just listen to this part right here. Like, could you imagine that with like a guitar and like just more drums in the background? Like, oh. But besides that, no. I'm not saying I like that part just because I'm Sonic that EXE up in there. But I would pick that for Sonic 3, you know, for the last and final one, Sonic CD. Alright, you already know. I have to go with the best pick here. First of all, this is where Sonic literally first fights Metal Sonic. And second of all, this is literally just a racetrack. This is just Sonic and Metal Sonic racing. So why wouldn't I put a literal racing track in the Crossworld thing? Like, that would be like, oh. And then the music, you already know, already good. And there's nothing else I can say. There's literally nothing else I can say. Star the Speedway, that would literally be so good for Crossworld's also. Like, could you imagine, like with White Space, also how it turns red on the last lap, the Double Doom, the first lap on Stardust, you know, maybe present or past or good future, whichever one. And then the last lap could be like either a good future or a bad future, or maybe it could depend. Maybe there's somehow like a generator. If you break it, then you get the good future, and if you don't break it, then you get the bad future. I don't know how that would work in here, but that's just a little thought for now. So yeah, but there's literally nothing else I could say. So that'll also be it for CD. Alright, I don't know why I'm finishing up this video around like 3 in the morning, but those are some of the things I would like to see in the Racing Crossworld Season 2 pass, you know, some of the just classic levels. But with that being said, y'all are going to be looking at some Shadow Generations mod in the background while I finish up on this outro thingy. But if y'all want any other content like this, just let me know down in the comments. I'll make more like this, or if y'all want any tier lists, any ranking videos, or Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, whatever, I got y'all. I don't mind, of course, because, you know, I like those games. But with that being said, I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Good night.